epic out here. It's like a painting. I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod so you can get a good view of just where we're at. We're on top of Operation Red Skies Ridge, and it is stunning. It's December. Sun will be down in about half an hour. Temperature will drop about 10, 15 degrees. It's about 30 degrees right now. And it's like a painting out here. Look at that. I'm panning in the sun so you can kind of get a sense of the majesty of the area that I shoot in. One of my favorite areas. There's some guys down here, I think. Saw a car, there they are. Maybe they're shooting too, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I'll pan around this way. ORS was ran here. I'm out here solo today, testing for you guys, testing for my subscribers, LE, civilians, military. Look at that mountain there. Gosh, that's just so beautiful. There's your painting right there. You'll probably see that in a thumbnail somewhere. All the imagery you see in TMP, by the way, none of it is made up. It's all real. Hiking in, testing a gun for you. Got a backup M4 style gun right there. My Camelback Alpine Explorer tripod. The gun being tested is in there. Just got done shooting it. That's why I had to do the daylight. Use the daylight for that. Anyway, now that we've established the beauty of this area, here comes a little public service message from the Nutnfancy project. A lot of the land that I shoot on is public property. It's BLM land. I shoot a lot on private land too, but a lot of it is BLM, or publicly held property. My goal is to keep access to public lands open for us shooters. You're a recreational shooter, a tactical shooter, a hunter, whatever. You will see a movement in the future, heck, you're seeing it now, to close off public lands to us. And there's lots of reasons for it. And the first, and probably the biggest, is because of unprincipled shooters. Now, you guys who are lucky enough to have an area like this to go out and shoot, you need to take care of it. When you go out and shoot and you leave, what are you leaving behind? You know, I'm a big proponent of steel targets. You see me shooting them all the time from actiontarget.com. They don't leave any pop bottles, broken glass, stoves, other garbage on the scenery. They're transparent. They're safe. They last forever. Steel targets. I recommend you shoot steel as well. You shouldn't be going out shooting bottles, other stuff that breaks, computer terminals. And if you do, pick it all up. I mean, every little shard. I mean, just down the road here a little ways, there's a whole kind of a mini dump where guys have hauled out crap and just left it. You know, it's like a garbage dump out there, and it's shooters that have done it. I'm driving down the road and I see signs shot up out here. What do you think the public's going to think when they see that? And let's say a bill comes down the pike and they go, hey, we want to close off these public lands to shooting of all types. And the people who are going to vote on that bill are people who have come out here and seen the damage that some of our shooters have done. And I'll be rolling in some photos of this because I've been taking pictures of this for years here in the Nutnfancy project. Of these jackasses shooting signs, leaving their garbage, and just basically trashing the land for their own purposes. That's wrong. Shooters can be their own worst enemy. We have a movement right now to close off huge tracts of public land in the Southwest because of stuff like that. And because individuals were, I don't know, trampling plants, killing animals, poaching. They kind of roll it all into one. They don't make distinctions. But if you're a target shooter, there's things that you can do to keep this open. Don't shoot signs. I mean, do I even have to say it? If you find someone shooting a sign, take their license plate and turn them in. I mean, that's damaging to us. Clean up after your mess. We've been shooting out here for 5 years now in the Nutnfancy project, and we do a very good job of cleaning up after ourselves. Now when there's snow on the ground, sometimes I can't get all the shell casings, and some will just stay there. But I mean, look at this right here. Here's my 308 shell casings. I'm getting ready to pick these up. They'll be on my web store. Maybe I make it into donation shell casings. But whether they do or not, I still pick them up. I don't leave that laying around. We do a pretty good job of it overall out here. You can ask anybody who's shot out here. PFI dude, my boys, visitors to TMP. I put them to work after we're done. I'm like, we got to clean up. Sometimes it's 10 degrees out here, but we're cleaning up. Don't leave a trace. Be a principled shooter. Leave the area like you'd want to find it. Would you like to drive into an area like this and see it all trashed? Beer cans, busted bottles, stoves sitting out there, sofas that some fools have taken out? Is that the kind of place you want to come out? Or did you like what I just showed you? The majestic area. That's what I like. Yeah, I shoot out here, but I take care of these lands. I take care of it for my kids, for their kids. And that will lead us to our next point, and that is you need to be politically active to keep these lands open, because there are huge, well-funded movements that want to close these lands off, both to hunters and shooters. Again, they roll those two groups into one, the enemies of keeping lands open like this. There is a movement, I think, amongst certain states to take back federal lands and put it in state possession. And I'm new to informationally to this issue, but that might be a good issue to maintain it open for us. Because as we've seen, the political winds probably will not favor the gun owner in the next, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. And it would be real easy for a federal mandate to come down and say, you know what, all federal property, no shooting. And it could be on any auspice. It can just say, because we want to protect a cricket, an endangered bird, owl, like they've done in California. They've closed off large tracts of lands, or they say no lead is allowed in those areas. And the purpose, it really isn't to save those creatures, it's to limit you and to get you out of there. Because that's their ultimate aim. They don't want you out here traipsing around. They don't want me out here. They don't like the gun owners. Remember, step one we talked about, there's some justification for that because of bad people in the gun community, but even people who have no experience out here, haven't seen anything, they still hate the idea that there's people walking around with guns in these hills. They hate it. And they will work politically to shut you out of here. So join the NRA, keep your membership current. That is the biggest organization that I know of that has the biggest amount of clout. Underscore, bold, italic. Because if you belong to an organization that doesn't have political clout in Washington, it doesn't matter. Because they're easy to disregard. The NRA is not easy to disregard, because what are there, 33 million people in the organization? So when they roll in and they defend your state and your shooting areas, and by the way, your shooting ranges too. I'm out here in a wild place right now, but a lot of you don't have access to this, and I understand it. I've talked to you guys throughout the years here in TMP, but you have shooting ranges, and those are under assault as well. They want to close shooting ranges. So the NRA rolls in with thousands of dollars, they're lawyers, and they fight battles to keep your ranges open, to preserve the American heritage of firearms here in the United States of America. That's what we're talking about. Part of that formula is access to this stuff, to your shooting range. Be politically active. Join the NRA. Give as much as you can to the NRA ILA, the Institute for Legislative Action, because they're the organization, not the NRA, that actually rolls in on these fights. I don't know if you know that. The NRA doesn't do it. It's their legislative arm that does it, NRA ILA, and those funds are handled separately. So if I gave $25 to the NRA, from what I know, it does not go to political battles. You have to give it to the NRA ILA, which rolls in hot defending your shooting places. The time may come, guys, when we look at this, and some will find this video 10 years from now, and they'll look at it of the way things used to be. And they'll just break down and sob. They'll go, wow, I can't believe that at one time we could actually go out and you could take a high-powered rifle and set up your own steel and nobody's bothering you, and shoot at 800, 600 yards on that steel and just have fun testing your guns. the day may come we can't do that anymore. I'll tell you what, I take advantage of this. You see it on camera all the time. I just love coming out here. It's a lot of work. But moments like this, right before dusk, and it's quiet, and I just feel the sense of nature once a gunfire ceases. Or if I'm shooting corked, it's quiet then. It's epic. It's special. I know a lot of you guys, like I've said, wish you had a place like this to shoot. The reason you don't, like in the southeastern United States, the eastern United States, is one, the encroachment of civilization. There's just so many people, so much urbanization that's spread to these wild areas. They shut it down. And then also, there's been abuses. There's been polluting going on, sign shooting, all this stuff. And there's been coalitions get together and go, you know what, we're passing a law. You cannot go shoot in this area. And that's a sad state of affairs that has been created by some of our shooters in the shooting community. So take advantage of it while you have it. Be politically active to protect it, and do your part to keep it clean and pristine. I hope you can get out like I get out. I really do. It's special. I hope you can get out with your daughters, your little boys, your family, your friends, and go out and live the life that I show on camera. It is so special. Last night, Tactical Doodle and myself, my son, were out here, and we just said that. We were working our butts off for TMP, testing this, hauling steel, and that part is not fun. We're freezing. It was cold. It got down to like 15 degrees here last night. But we turned to each other and go, man, this is so cool, being out here and doing this and living a rugged lifestyle, hiking in, testing guns. I dig it. I'm going to end this video with another look at what may be a snapshot in time. I hope not. I hope you and I can always have places like this to shoot. Not just to shoot, but to recreate. Backpack, camp. Go Dutch ovening with your family, your friends. It's up to us. And it's going to be a fight to keep it open to us. This is Nutnfancy from the Nutnfancy Project. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to this message. Spread the gospel. See ya.